Question. How do you let go of the ego? It's a good question, isn't it? How to let go of the ego. And the simple answer to that is, you can't let go. Because, the mind can become a concept of letting go. That this is the problem with seeking or with endeavoring to find one's essential nature or true nature, is that whatever you do often is a concept, or is the mind produces a concept. I mean, some examples of that would be devotion. Some people think that devotion is a way back to the divine, but it becomes littered with concepts. Devotion could be ritualized. It could be in the morning you do certain things. You devote time in certain activities to a perceived deity that's conceptualized. Or it can be practicing certain spiritual principles, which I did for some years before the awakening or self-realization, whatever you call it. 3.5 years of working spiritual principles, but they themselves were done on a person-centered basis, meaning there was someone practicing the principles. So letting go of the ego, you've really got to know what's conceptual and what's not, really. That's the only way you can let go of the ego. Otherwise, you can be thinking that you're letting go of the ego, but that's actually the ego, and the ego will cunningly and baffle you in thinking you are a great seeker and you're letting go. In fact, that's your ego. So getting back to what I was saying, you've got to distinguish between the conceptual and just awareness. And even this can be tricky because even your ego can be aware. Okay, so the conceptual element or the conceptual framework or relating, there is an awareness. There's mental awareness, there's emotional awareness. So you've got to learn awareness without content. You've got to learn awareness prior to the condition of any thought that arises. And it's here that, often a person is said, remain as I am. And it's just learning to distinguish this root, what I call root awareness or universal consciousness, from anything that's happening, anything conceptual. So if something conceptual happens, just remain at the root of it, as Nisargadatta would say. And remaining at the root of anything conceptual is not a conceptual, it's not a concept, it's awareness. So you just remain as awareness, as pure awareness, not as mental awareness, not as a mentally aware right now. Okay, I'm in awareness. There's no one in awareness. There is just awareness, the backdrop to any phenomena. And it's here that it's here as awareness that then you can learn to distinguish that from any activity that may occur, whether it's a mental pattern, an emotional pattern, a vibration in the body that then is the cause and condition of a pattern. You just learn to distinguish your witness awareness from that, you see. And it's here remaining as the witness that you can see that the temptation is to identify with these thoughts and these emotions, to identify with emotional thinking, to identify with one's reaction to the body, belief in the body, being a body. So as awareness, you just remain as awareness, watch this activity, witness this activity, until eventually, the pull to identify is so strong, but the remaining as I am so yeah, so I don't know what to say, so strong, so if the pull is strong to identify, so is the so is the remaining as I am strong. And of course, something has to give. And if you're remaining as awareness, what will give is the tension that is pulling you into identification. And the tension gives by going through dissolution. And when it goes through dissolution, it's almost as if the pull to identify then just vanishes. And in the absence, it's just the witness and the form now being whatever the tension was hijacking as thought or body sensation. Now this thought or mind aspect or body aspect becomes transparent of consciousness alone. There's no thinker. So this is dying to the ego. It's all done as awareness, nothing else. You can't do anything conceptually fancy or amazing. You just have to sit and be aware and remain as awareness. That's it, really. The ego hates it because the ego wants to do something. The ego wants something really interesting to get its teeth into. But when it comes to letting go, it's not about putting your teeth into anything. It's just about as awareness accepting everything and remaining as awareness, accepting everything that may not match you, that may pull you into thoughts that may claim your body experience. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that. Remain as awareness until dissolution occurs. That's just how it works. That's how it is. It's not very exciting, is it? But there you go. Interesting, isn't it?